Instagram is live. YouTube is going live. YouTube is also live.
Sweet. Hello.
Hello!
What's up, Vanguard? We're trying to come up with starting lines, and
That was good, but can you give me a second take?
yeah, try it. How's it going, Vanguard? No,
Nope, that was worse,
We're gonna
actually.
work-
Somehow worse.
We're gonna come back to that at a different time.
Yeah.
Hello. How are you guys? We have lights on, and it is still summer out, and we're wearing waxed canvas coats, brand new waxed canvas coats. So we are going to sweat a little bit in this live stream, but we are so excited about this product.
So I have a question.
Yep.
Because the last time we were on stream, you and I,
Yep.
we were doing the Harker, the Corvo vest and the Harker shirt.
Yes.
And those were kind of kicking off this Novus Noir collection expansion.
Yep.
And they were very, you said corporate goth. Was your
Sure.
description.
Yeah. Executive goth.
Executive goth. Sorry, I don't want to downgrade.
To be clear.
I don't want to downgrade our goth. So they were executive goth. These are also in the Novus Noir collection.
Yes. Do I think this fits in that description?
Sell me the fantasy is what I'm asking. Sell me the fantasy of how this belongs in the same world as the Corvo vest and the Harper.
Sure. I think it's going to be different of color schemes, really. This one, I think maybe I wouldn't say that, although depending on who you are and where you work, you could probably do the same thing, especially removing the hood.
Mm-hmm.
The hood is not a particularly executive look. You know, I think it's just not as clean of a shoulder silhouette.
Mm-hmm.
It's practical and it's effective, but it isn't as sharp looking.
No, this is giving me, gentleman pea coat vibes.
Right. So I think, for me, I mean, not that, again, I'm going to contradict myself because that's how I do. I will say yes and also no. But I think I was thinking of it as a sort of modernized duster, which a duster is normally sort of mid-calf length and sort of just above the knee, I think is like perfect height. Just like walking around and looking sharp, and it's like really clean, and it's currently a very modern sort of sharp, I don't want to say metrosexual, but it's kind of that.
Wow, taking us back to 2002, David. Thank you for
But
that.
it does cover a lot of that in my mind, so that's where I think it sort of fits in.
Okay, yeah, I'm definitely getting gentleman, corporate, dressy, stylish, and I am getting. I want us to use this coat, everyone. I want to invite everyone to use this coat to expand our conception of gothness.
Yeah.
Your wardrobe doesn't have to be all black. Black is a safe color. Black is where we feel good. I know it. Black is slimming. Black is sleek. But I really do want to encourage, and this coat does come in black.
Yeah, it does.
So, if you're feeling safe there, by all means, feel safe there.
Let people know, please. So, can you take a look at this? It looks way greener online, and I can't get it to look less green.
Okay. Jeremiah's doing his best.
Can you turn that light off, please? So, when I turn the light off, it looks a little closer, but it still looks more green than what it actually is.
There's, yeah. Brian is concurring. He's looking at the same monitor.
So I want to recommend everyone go to the website.
Yep.
To look at the photos there. That would be a good way to
because those are
see it.
closer to the actual color. But wax canvas is also really hard to photograph. And green, I think, comes up on monitors really differently. If you have a blue tone green versus a red tone, or a blue tone monitor or a red tone monitor, like warm or cool, green's going to be fucked up no matter which one that is because it's kind of both.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that is, I don't know, it's just going to be part of the issue that we.
But if you're seeing like a bright emerald green, that is not what the color of this coat is.
No,
It's like a hunter's green.
Yeah, although hunter green is a little bit blue, this has a little yellow.
Huh, okay.
This is
yeah.
more of an olive drab sort of. It's when we buy it, it is the color from the supplier is labeled moss, so
Okay.
it's kind of moss colored.
That's a good way to put it. Olive is good as well.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it is. I mean, it is greener than anything we've made in quite a long time.
But that's good. We have a lot of black, which means I'm assuming that
I'm
the
gonna-
Vanguard has a lot of black in their wardrobe.
It's not this color green.
No. That actually doesn't show up.
Well, only if we have it
No,
turned
yeah,
up.
I know. It's
It just
nothing.
doesn't show. It's a good thing we don't have that green
Yeah,
screen
that's
on
actually
anymore.
invisible. So
I would be half invisible. Anyway,
yeah.
we are doing a women's cut in this. We have just the one color, the gravestone color, and then we also have in the men's cut. What?
Well, I saw someone on our Discord, and by the way, if you're not on our Discord, please get on our Discord, which you can do on our website as well. But I saw someone on our Discord who identifies as a woman and would buy the women's cut, but wanted the green instead of the brown color.
Yep.
And to that I will say, and we just put up something in our FAQ, our frequently asked questions on the website today, but I will say that if you have a female-shaped body, you can generally, typically, fit in our men's cuts. The only area that I have found having problems with has been the hip region, but since this button's from the bottom, you could leave those buttons open and it would still fit in the shoulders and chest.
Right. I mean, your mileage may vary,
Depending on your chestage.
and various other shapes.
Yes, yeah.
Uh,
Depending on the curvaceousness. But all this to say, if you, don't feel bound necessarily by the women's cut designation.
right.
If you just love the coat and want to have it, I say, and we have free returns.
We have free returns, so if you buy it and it doesn't work, you can always just send it back.
So by all means, try out the jacket that calls to you,
Yeah.
the one that you need.
Yes.
So this is called the Helsing.
It's called the Helsing.
Pourquoi?
Well, it's in our Novus Noir collection, but it is, like you said, a slight departure from the other stuff we've made. Most of the other stuff is a little bit more vampiric, and this is kind of a Van Helsing, kind of a vampire hunter. It's more of a sort of rugged as opposed to sharp and sophisticated, although it does have some of that. So that's where the idea of the Helsing.
Okay.
Um,
But it is a good companion piece. It's just kind of the other side of the coin.
It is, and you can play it off of like the Harker shirt and things like that too. I think you can probably play it off of that. And the Harker vest. On the product page, there's photos of the Night's Watch color, which has the Harker vest underneath it, and sort of shows how they play together. I can change jackets.
I'm gonna have to put it on.
I'm gonna have to put this on.
Everyone wants to see the black one,
Okay, good point.
and the green is very green.
I love the green.
I-
I really love the green.
Someone made a comment. They actually like the addition of more colors and not just.
Absolutely, we do. Yes. We're broadening minds here,
So
people.
speaking
And
on
closets.
the topic of color, why just one color in the women's cut, and why gravestone as opposed to?
Well, the short answer is we have fewer female customers, or customers who will buy the women's cut product than we would like to have. And that really puts us in a position where production efficiency and quantity of production that we can make. Basically, if we make a single color, we have to make at least 2 of that color in each size, like minimum, to make it even remotely efficient to make. We still lose a lot of efficiency just by making only 2, but at least 2. So if we were to make 3 colors, that means we're making 6 in, total of that jacket size, in each size. And there are 8 sizes, and 2 isn't enough for our more popular sizes, and it is too much for our less popular sizes, and 6 is definitely too. So it's this really complicated thing, but basically, unfortunately, we had to limit it to one color. And we chose the gravestone color because it is the most sort of iconic, I think. It is this color. It's this sort of slightly brown, rugged.
Yeah,
cool
like this is a
outerwear.
waxed coat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. This is
This
the
isn't
sort of
a, you can always go black trench coat, black duster, kind of pea coat look. But if you're getting a waxed coat, like this is the damn waxed coat.
Yeah.
So.
I think does that answer the question?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to show people the hood functionality
Sure.
/ shoulder?
Do I have my videos?
You do.
I have it. Oh yes. Oh yes.
Well, like taking it off.
Oh,
Yeah. So,
One of you leave yours on, and one of you take them off. And you can sort of show it. So you want to take yours off? Okay,
Yeah.
well, you can leave it on.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I guess I will. Hard to locate my way. You're much quicker at this.
I do know where all this.
I kind of like the color up, to be honest.
Pretty much all of the designs that I make are collar up is the way to go.
I really like there is a real sense of like, I don't know, this feels like a power jacket to me.
Yeah. Coco, who used to work here, worked here for like 6 months before going to New York Comic Con. And, you know, she'd worked on a bunch of stuff. She was a production manager, and she was like, she knew a lot of our products, and she kind of got what we were trying to do. But when we brought those first Beast Centers to New York Comic Con, and she tried on a Beast Center, which is sort of a predecessor to this design, she was like, "Oh, this is bad." Like that was her like, "Oh, this is fun."
I did get to see a woman at Kineticon try on, I think she tried on a Son of Sparta, but she had that same moment of like, because how I really do think that women don't get a lot of long coats made for them unless they're very like femme.
Mm-hmm.
So having a coat that is like a real power, like you can just see people be like, oh, I am that bitch actually.
Yeah, right.
I didn't think I was. I am, turns out.
I can totally do this badass thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that I think it may be sort of part of our problem with female customers. Not that the people who have purchased from us before know that we offer that badass feeling, and they get that from us and they want that. But maybe other female customers come in and they look at it and goes, "That looks badass, but I don't think I can pull off badass."
It's not for me. Yeah. Or not even I can't pull it off, but like, you know, that is such a space that women are not to just to dip my toe into gender politics just a teeny bit. That really is a space that women aren't directed to in fashion or in a lot of places. You're not supposed to take up space. You're not supposed to wear a giant, you know, a long coat with a popped collar. Like that is something that women are actively deterred away from. So I think it's really awesome that we're bringing it to be honest. But
Nice.
sorry, I just a little bit.
Man.
So,
Just a
a
little
couple of
bit.
things. Freight is arriving.
Oh,
So
good.
we are going to have to move some of this stuff out of here.
No, it's just a party. It's just gonna get noisy.
Okay, yeah, so
Oh,
it's going to be a little bit
There might
noisy.
be some noise in the background.
Okay. You might hear us. We're packing for and sending things out for,
Those are going out for Star Trek Las Vegas.
Yes.
Yeah.
and then
so-
also Emerald City Comic.
I have a question about like anime-inspired things, which we can save for just a bit. Can you explain the color? Because the colors I tried to give. So the colors that are listed are things like charcoal, which don't really. Can you maybe translate the color info to more layman's terms to people so that they can know the distinct differences between them? If you're going to relate them to maybe colors that are more in the 16 Crayola box versus the 700 Crayola. I mean, like,
So you mean like relating the green to olive?
yeah, so this is a dark chocolatey brown with a gray. So how would you sort of describe these colors so that people may? I tried on the website to translate the design sheet, but
Yeah. No, this one is sold as chocolate. I think to me it's a little bit like milk chocolate that's had too much oxidation. It like is sort
Oh,
of
it's got that dusty
it's
coat on it.
sort of gray. Yeah, that's where the what's that called? There's a specific word for it, but it is the fat from the chocolate rising to the exterior. of
Everyone
it.
run to your kitchen.
Yeah. So it's like when milk chocolate becomes slightly gray, that's what this looks like to me. Especially when it's a little bit worn because you get the like cracks in it.
How
Like,
obscure and specific.
I'm trying. This is the layman's
This is
term.
how you relate to people? Okay.
I just
Yeah,
meant
take it.
brown. I don't know.
It is a grayish brown.
Artist.
Also, the charcoal that the accents on that is described. It's called graphite. It's like it's a warm gray, but it is, and it's sort of a dark gray, but it's a warm tone, so it's a little bit red or green, kind of. Again, I'm great at describing things in really clear and succinct ways.
This one's black.
This one's black with midnight accents, which means it's a dark blue. It's darker blue than navy.
Do we have the Harker shirt just out here with us?
No,
It's in there.
That's too bad. Because I'm kind of interested to see the black and blue of them each and how they.
Yeah,
Online, on the boat.
yeah. On the product page, I wore the Harper shirt
Okay.
with it, so you can kind of see the blue of the collar compared with this blue. It's much. It sort of pops a little bit more.
Yeah. And so I can actually zoom in on because the blue is something that people had asked about. Because it is blue, but it's not. I mean,
Yeah.
It's maybe not completely. It doesn't stand out like a blue.
It's like they were dyeing it black by using blue dye,
Mm.
and then stopped just before the end.
I do like I don't know, especially if you're someone who wears black all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Like this dark blue with black I think it's a really nice way to get like subtle color
Right.
without, it doesn't clash, it looks nice.
Sort of like wearing a black jacket but with a blue filter on the camera, right? Like it's sort of
Mhm.
just a little bit color tone in a blue direction.
Yeah.
Like the Matrix in the real world as opposed to
Here we go.
in the Matrix, where it's like slightly blue tone.
Uh-huh. We've all been there.
Yeah. I mean, rewatch, or you could just look at two different shots from the Matrix.
Everyone
They're
get out of
green.
your kitchen, go
They are
rewatch
just-
The Matrix.
They are just like fully green when they're in the Matrix, and they are blue when they are not.
I believe you, I believe you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So people on the Discord noticed, I'm sure that you have noticed if you've been following us for any amount of time, this is sort of a redesign of the Hunter's Garb coat, which we made for the Bloodborne collection.
I don't see it.
You don't see it definitely uses a lot of the same elements. In my mind, it's not the same jacket, but it does. I mean, it's a lot of it is pretty much the same. We made some changes. It is a little bit more dramatic. So the Hunter's Garb, I think the shoulder accent was cut off almost at a 90-degree angle, and I pulled this point down so that it's sort of, and I pulled all of the points a little bit down. It's a little bit more droopy.
Yeah.
So it's just a little bit more pointy.
And we were talking about how the Novus Noir, compared to something like the Augment collection, does have more like curvature and angles in a weird, less geometric kind of way.
Right. And I also, what we liked, you may not be able to see it on this one because it's all black with black stitching, but the waistband on the Hunter's Garb was just like a single seam. And we thought that really looked like it's a good accentuating line. So we've cut it into two seams so it looks more like a waistband and it goes all the way around, and it expands here so that it sort of continues that idea of it sort of dripping a little bit more vampiric. And we've added just like a little bit more sort of layering aspect to it.
I also really love that the pockets are covered.
Yes,
I mean, this is fully a functional rain jacket.
that's right.
You could put anything in your pockets and like it's not open.
Yep.
How amenable would you be to putting on the outfit that you wore for the photo shoot? You can say no, it's okay.
I could put on the vest. I don't.
The shirt and the vest. We had someone specifically ask about pretty much a Victorian fog Parker and Victorian.
All right, yeah, go get it.
Was the person who's asking, are they sitting in air conditioning right now?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Because-
I mean,
Yeah, we'll keep chatting. That's fine.
Nice.
So those are the main differences between this. There's like a few other like things that are harder to point out. I definitely went over the pattern from scratch and sort of looked at every single detail and made sure that it was proportionally correct and all these, adjusted lines, but all that stuff is going to be really hard to tell without actually measuring it them against each other.
The buttons are so substantial.
I love these buttons. You get these buttons custom made. I'm going to.
They're perfectly metal. Like having nickels sewn on you.
Yes.
Oh, good luck, David.
Oh man.
Yeah. It's
I promise.
still hot here.
While you're doing this, can you talk about our possible anime jackets or outfit plans? Do we have any, or?
I don't.
A specific
have
anime?
I don't have anything to say on that.
That's fine. Somebody just asked. It's fine.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, there is a anime called Helsing, but
Ah.
this is not based on that.
There's also Vampire Night. There's also probably others.
Other things that have characters named Helsing,
Castlevania.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. You
which
know.
is where some of our other names come from.
Mhm.
I'm just not gonna. It's fine.
Our Sandoval also asked if the Eagle is making a comeback.
I'm not going to respond to that.
I just work here, dude.
We made the Eagle for so long, and it's such a wonderful coat, and we needed a break from it.
But one button up. I'm just trying to kill you here. I'm sorry.
I
I can see your gray shirt underneath a little bit.
yes, I could.
You gotta do it. It's called fashion, David. Now people are like really excited. I guess the outfit in the shoot was like really like it.
Vest is so good. I love that pattern of, I don't know what to call it.
Trim. Call it trim. It's the most
Don't
boring
get
name.
graphic, dude.
Yeah.
Exposed up enough.
I was wearing totally different boots, and I don't have those available.
Your shoes aren't in it.
Oh, sweet.
Why did I change shoes for this?
Could be wearing flip flops.
Ah,
Letting all your heat out the bottom.
Okay. The blues next to each other are just really nice. It
Yeah.
really pops the like jewel tones out of the shirt.
Definitely. I think that really sort of pushes it against, like it plays off each other.
Yeah,
really nicely.
yeah. Yeah,
That's it.
It's nice. That's a fancy chap right there.
Big shirt bottom up underneath your vest. Sorry.
These requests are getting really specific.
No,
Did
not
someone
me.
want
Not
to see
me.
this, or do you want to see this?
I apologize. That was all me.
I'm not sure that anybody requested that. Yeah, no, I love this. I love this look a
Okay.
lot.
So that's the Harker shirt and the Harker vest.
Yes,
Okay, so
Yeah.
they are kind of like built.
to go together.
Yeah.
This sort of this angle and the angle on the sleeve sort of play off
Okay.
each other, which you obviously can't see because I'm now wearing a coat over it
It's a good look.
and slowly going red in the face.
Yeah.
You can take it. You can take it. So if you had to choose the next color for the Harper shirt, what would be? Do you always gravitate towards darker colors, or do you have any? Or white, I guess.
White.
Would you make a white shirt?
It could happen. In theory, it could happen.
Anything could happen, David. Will it happen?
So we have all like brand new shirting fabric on the way that we ordered, that we had custom made in Turkey, and that's part. I don't want to say it's part of the reason we like the Harker shirt and the materials and the colors that we chose, but this new material that we just recently ordered will also really work for it, and that will come out in colors. And we did order white. I don't know how often we'll use white. We used it for the Augment shirt one, the Augment S one, and that is why we ordered white.
When are we making a full line of men's shirts?
As soon as we've perfected it. So the Designer's Workshop is part of this idea of being able to concept and work out designs and have people sort of engage in our design process with us.
Is everyone clear about what the Designer's Workshop is, just generally?
And we might as well reiterate. We have 3 different tiers of products. We have the Designer's Workshops, which are very limited runs, usually pre-order only, no more than 40-piece runs. And that is a totally new design that we are testing to see how people like it and what sizes people are interested in and things like that.
Not testing the design, just to be clear. The design's good. People. Testing how much you all love it.
Yes. But also, we've said it before, it is a little bit about testing the design. For us, it is not like the overarching design, but the construction of the design. If we make it in-house at a small run, we have much more oversight as to how it is made and how we can change the pattern to make it more efficient, to, in theory, make it easier to make in mass production, and also not have any mistakes that we might have missed in the design process. This is like a second step that we can sort of, if we do make this, if we realize that like on one size a piece is messed up, it doesn't match up with the other piece, we can just recut that in-house and make and finish those shirts without messing it up, as opposed to holding up
A
production.
larger run where
On a
you're all
larger
in.
run. Yeah.
But then there's contenders.
So then there's the contenders, which are products that we believe are ready to go and that have a high enough demand to try out a full mass production run, usually 100 to 200 pieces in that run. And that's we're still testing out various things about the product, like what colors are going to be really popular and things like that. And then once it becomes a bestseller and sold a couple hundred, then it moves up to champion. Those are products that we ideally keep in stock at all times. We are still trying to catch up with that, even a year after we've decided to do it this way. But yeah, the goal for Champions is to always have those in stock because they are best sellers, and it's like they are sort of quintessential Volante products.
So I have one more, maybe final question. Burb is cute asked, is the blue on the night a navy blue or a very dark blue? And I don't know what the difference is. Is there a difference?
If we're talking peacoat wool navy blue, that is a slightly purple blue. And I would not say that this blue has any purple in it. Right? Navy blue from like peacoats have like a little bit of red in the dye.
You compare it to a piece of chocolate.
I've already done my best.
Sorry.
But compared to the navy that we usually use, it is darker than navy that we usually use. A little bit more desaturated, but yeah, it is definitely a dark blue.
So I know we meme about it a little bit, but someone asked about Volant ties. Have you ever thought about doing? Because like that would definitely. I mean, a lot of specifically something like this.
You mean not as a verb, you mean the actual, like a necktie.
Yeah, not IZE, like Volant dash TIEF.
Would we volantize some volante ties?
I guess so. I don't know what I can add to that.
God, what a good Father's Day that would be.
Yeah. What can we really add to the tie that
I
nobody else
know.
has done? It feels like the only thing that fashion companies think they can do weird stuff with. And even then, they don't do that much weird stuff with. But like, you're like, well, great, I have a Santa Claus tie, like, you know. But I don't know what we can add. It's just this one little. There's only so many ways you can cut up a little piece.
The tie is the perfect design. You heard it here first.
We're not
That said,
touching it.
I mean, we could do a couple of things, but there's a lot of people that. I'm not saying we can't. I'm saying that I don't know what I can add to it. I know that I can do things. I could do all sorts of shit, but is it useful? Does it actually add to the thing? To the?
Are we contributing
Are we
to the
contributing?
conversation around ties? God.
I'm sorry. I just can't get out of my own ass about this sort of like. I just like I have. It has to be useful.
That's got to be the phrase, right?
That's a metaphor.
That has to be the phrase, I think.
All right. Well, we are out of questions.
Great.
So
We are out of water
yeah,
in our
sorry.
bodies.
Not Hunter's Garb. Helsing.
Helsing.
Now.
Yes. They're on the website. Go to the
Available on
website.
our website. If you aren't on our Discord, join our Discord. Have fun with us. Come and chat about new things, and I don't know, have an overall great time.
If you're not getting emails, sign up for emails. We sent out a fabulous one about the Helsing.
Yeah.
So okay. Wait, no, you worked on our intro, which we haven't settled on yet.
Farewell, Vanguard.
Oh no, come on, no, it can't be.
Yeah. As Brian says behind the camera, it's definitely finger guns. See you later.
In that one for me.
We'll see you next time.
Next time at the Vanguard. Yay.